my soul. I'm diving in, get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in, get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul.
Let's take a moment to get our souls ready. Be comfortable in your chairs. Take a deep breath. Relax this body that we have our souls residing in, and be comfortable and safe. Today, I'm going to choose to focus on the part of me that is curious, the open and receptive spirit that wishes to attract new and fresh ideas that can have the power to transform my life. My curiosity allows me to see, to listen, to perceive more than usual, and gives me the ability to shift my perspective by thinking in new and different ways, to feel a little more deeply, to try out new behaviors, to allow a shift in my being. As I open my heart and my eyes to a new perspective, I start by extending love and acceptance to myself, and then look for the support I need to help me let go of my resistance to change. As I let go of what no longer serves me, I can open myself up to new ideas and insights and original solutions to situations that might be perplexing me. I can set realistic goals that encourage success and welcome change. And as I open my heart and become curious, I allow myself to be new. And it is so.
Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go. Source. Get ready, my soul. giving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of love. Get ready, my soul.
Never a daisy that grows, but a mystery guideth the growing. Never a river that flows, but a majesty scepters the flowing. Never a Shakespeare that soared, but a stronger than he did unfold him. Nor ever a prophet foretells, but a mightier seer foretold him. Back of the canvas that throbs, the painter is hinted and hidden. Into the statue that breathes the soul of the sculpture is bidden. Under the joy that is felt lie the infinite issues of feeling. Crowning the glory revealed is the glory that crowns the revealing. Great are the symbols of being, but that which is symboled is greater. Vast the create and beheld, but vaster the inward creator. Back of the sound broods the silence, back of the gift stands the giving, back of the hand that receives thrill the sensitive nerves of receiving. Space is as nothing to spirit, but the deed is outdone by the doing. The heart of the wooer is warm, but warmer the heart of the wooing. And up from the pits where these shiver, and up from the heights where they shine, twin voices and shadows swim starward, and the essence of life is divine.
I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender. I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Terry. I'm one of the YOU sponsors. So we are a small but awesome group. We're assuming a lot of our friends are off on their last fling before school starts. So Stacy included is at a dance competition with her daughter. So we'll have fun today. Anyway, so yeah. So Rabbi Ted's talk with the workshop with the kids got delayed, which may be another reason for the small crowd, but he will be here on September 15th to work with the Uniteens and the YOU.
Thank you for being our family. Thank you for being our friend. Thank you for blessing and teaching us. God bless you. Amen. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender.
Yeah, I figured that a lot of the youth were probably laying in bed cowering because it's September 1st. I'm not cowering. I like fall. Welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. And it is September 1st, which is amazing. This year is just whipping by, but you know, time for a change, time for a seasonal change. I always love the differences that we have. And I love the whole idea that seasons of our lives are different too. And I just think that's all pretty beautiful. So yeah, that's what I have to say today. So thankful for you're all here today. I'd like to personally extend a warm welcome to anyone and everyone who is here. And as I like to say, in body or in spirit, and both is great. We'd love to say hi to our online community. We're glad you're with us here this morning. In your PJs, lucky you, that's great. I'm glad I had to get dressed to be here, but yeah. Watching from home is awesome too. So I'm so glad you're here. I know that your presence is intentional, whether you are online, who flipped us on Facebook, or whether you're here with us today and you got up and got out of bed and got in your cars and came here. So I'm thankful for that intentional presence. Your participation in this service is a gift. Each and every one of us adds something here. So I'm happy to be a part of that with you all. And since today is the first Sunday of the month, it is Connection Sunday. And so what does that mean? Well, I'll kind of tell you, and then somebody else will too. Unity in Lynnwood offers numerous opportunities to deepen relationships through volunteerism and small group ministry. So you're going to hear a little bit about that from Judith Grace Hastings. Thank you. Please welcome her.
Good morning. I'm stepping in for Michelle today, so Michelle, if you're watching, hello. And so this is what Michelle wanted you to hear this morning, being of sacred service. In Unity, we believe being of loving service is a sacred pathway to experiencing Spirit's presence, and being of sacred service is essential to one's spiritual growth. We believe being of service creates an opening for us to realize the Christ presence within ourselves and others. I invite you to look at the opportunities we offer to be of sacred service, not only as a way of supporting the ministry, but more as an opportunity to create closer connection to one another here, now. As a spiritual community, we are participants in creation. Let us create an atmosphere that fosters loving support and fellowship while providing the opportunity to experience an ever-increasing expression of God in our community and within ourselves. Being of loving service comes with its own perks, such as insight into developing our natural gifts and talents, heightens our awareness of spiritual principle, empowers nurturing relationships. Giving from love always raises consciousness, and it helps us to remember who we are, expressions of God and co-creators. With this, I would like to invite Colleen White to come and share with us her experience in a volunteer ministry she is currently in, and the benefits of being part of such an amazing ministry as the Angel Ministry, and why you would want to be a part of it.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm calling all angels today, and I'm hoping you're one of them. According to Urban Dictionary, an angel is a loving and caring person. An angel will make your day brighter just by being there. An angel has some sense of style. They can show you undying love and compassion. They can do great things. And if you've got an angel, you're lucky. Here at Unity, we are in need of volunteer angels. Those people need to be dependable. Those who are willing to commit to an hour, possibly 2, on a Sunday. We also need people who enjoy being with other people, who love other people, who enjoy chatting with other people. Serving as an angel gives you an opportunity, an opportunity to support some amazing artists and speakers. Those people such as Rafe Perlman, Linda Martelli Winslet, who was the author of How to Pray Without Talking to God, and also Divine Audacity. Both of these are books which we have read and we have classes with. So it's interesting to get to know these people and to understand them. I get to sit with them, I get to chat with them, I get to hear what they have to say. They let me in, and I let them in. And we create some sort of a bond by doing so. I hope you are willing to do what I do, which is simply be there, show them around our building, perhaps give them a cup of coffee, perhaps just simply be there because they need you to give them some sort of support. I'm serving in this congregation because I want to support unity. We don't have wings, we don't have halos, but we have big hearts. I invite you to join us and become an angel at unity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Colleen. Thank you, Judith. So at Unity in Lynnwood, we like to talk about prayer as an important part of our lives. And prayer can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, or it can mean a lot of different things to one person. You know, we have a lot of different ways to pray. Here at Unity, we like to use the phrase affirmative prayer, which is a loose definition of a way we can have conversation with Spirit. Affirmative prayer is a declaration that is the truth about God's creative and restorative power, active within all people and all situations. My prayer can be an affirmative thought in silence, in whispered words, or sometimes it's aloud. I express health and wholeness in mind and body when I pray affirmatively, I am healthy and whole creation of God. I convey prosperity when I affirm, my every need is abundantly fulfilled by the movement of God's Spirit through the universe. I receive and express good for all to enjoy and to pass along. So what is true for me is true for others. So as I pray for them, I affirm their health and prosperity. When I pray affirming only good, I am saying yes to divine gifts in all ways that they will manifest. So here in Unity in Lynnwood, we like to offer you lots of wonderful prayer support so that we can keep your prayer life rich and abundant. We have prayer slips. If you ever have a prayer that you want to release, you can write it on one of these prayer slips, which is in the seat in front of you. Put it in the offering basket later. This will be treated very confidentially, but we'll get lots of good prayer support. It's a good way for you to release and let it go and know someone else is taking care of it, or something else is taking care of it. We also have a hotline. That information is on your program, which is this wonderful document that's out in the foyer. You have information on our website. You can check out our prayer support in many different ways. We also have our beautiful prayer chaplains who are here to give you one-on-one prayer support, particularly after service. So if you have something on your heart, on your mind that you want some prayer help with, you can come up to the sides of the sanctuary after service and a prayer chaplain will welcome you back. Because we love to appreciate our prayer chaplains and the work they do, can you folks stand so we can see who you are today? Oh. Keep her busy. Thank you for your service. And another way that we connect our hearts with the divine is through denials and affirmations. Dr. Emily Cady said, "You do not change God's attitude towards you one iota by affirming. You actually change your attitude towards God. By affirming, you put yourself in harmony with divine law, which is always working toward your good and never toward your harm or punishment. So today's affirmation is up here, and I am going to read it, and I'd like you to listen, take it in, and then you have the opportunity to say it with me. I am one with divine mind. As such, I allow grand thoughts of an unlimited thinker to inspire me with their grandeur, to enliven me with their possibility, and to support me with their resources. So if you'd like to stand, you may. And if you'd like to say this, we can say it together. I am one with divine mind. As such, I allow the grand thoughts of an unlimited thinker to inspire me with their grandeur, to enliven me with their possibility, and to support me with their resources. And you can take a minute now to say hello to the people around you.
Be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. So it's my honor to introduce our guest musician for today. This Portland, Oregon-born, award-winning baritone has amassed a wonderful list of accolades and successes in the last decade, singing leading roles with the major orchestras and opera companies of the world under the baton of conductors including Seiji Ozawa, Michael Tilson Thomas, Gerard Schwartz, Charles Dutoit, Christophe von Donani, and James Levine. His imposing stage presence and magnificent voice have electrified audiences in Europe, New Zealand, Canada, North and South America, Korea, and Japan. And just wait till you hear this voice. Will you please welcome Clayton Brainerd.
Welcome. I send welcomes from Unity of Bellevue. I'm here on loan today.
The batons of Michael Tilson Thomas, Seiji Ozawa, that's the real deal. For those who don't know, it's like the summer I spent swimming with Michael Phelps. It is the deal. I'm so deeply honored to be yet again in your noble presence. Thank you for being here this morning. I'd like to dedicate the first 10 minutes of our service to your memorization. No. We have created a handy-dandy postcard for you. Please avail yourselves to the rich support and offerings of UIL's small group ministry. We also invite you to join other Unity communities around the world for a time of prayer centering and holding an affirmation for self and for each other. On Thursday, September 12th at 7 o'clock p.m., the sanctuary open for individual prayer beginning at 7 o'clock that morning. We'll feature an altar representing different faith traditions. Dinner will be served at 6 o'clock p.m. We ask only that you register for an individual prayer time and for dinner at the welcome and information. Thank you. Well done. If you are an active, eligible member of Unity in Lynnwood, and if you don't know what that means, you're not. If you are an active, eligible member of Unity in Lynnwood, you are eligible for service on our Board of Trustees beginning in January. We ask that you read the job description and complete the application. If you would like to nominate another, we ask only that you request their permission to do so. Trustees are elected every October to a 3-year term of service. Every service at Unity in Lynnwood has an ambassador. This person's role is to support you in your exploration and discovery of this ever-evolving, unfolding idea we call Unity in Lynnwood. So if you have a question about what we teach, about what's available to you, you are quite welcome to engage your 11 o'clock ambassador in conversation that you might have a face to put with a name. He will now wave vigorously at you. His name is Lynn Burton Harden. It was during the Los Angeles riots in '92 that the great scholar and teacher Wayne Muller asked Kate, a renowned community organizer, what could possibly be done. Well, I want to plant a garden in my yard, she responded. And the author expanded this to encourage, if we have apples, then apples are our gifts to the world. If we have humor, then laughter is our gift. If we can cook, then food is our gift. If we can make music, or hold a hand, or listen, or build, or love well, then these are our gifts. We need people to sit with those who are dying. We need people to cook a meal, to share it. We need people to hold a hand and create a moment of sanctuary, to sing a song, to speak a word of kindness into a moment of fear or confusion or sadness. To perform a single act of courage, to hum a tune, to dance, so we can remember how light and how loving and how alive we can be together on the earth. Every gift is a drop of water on the stone. Each of us knows some part of the secret. Each of us holds some portion of the light. We can thrive on the earth if we bring what we have and offer it at the family table. I want to plant a garden in my yard, she answered. And she concluded by saying, I don't know how it will help, feel like I have to plant something and then to help it grow.
So, Cheryl, this is the day that you've been waiting for, and I know you're excited, yeah?
Right.
Yeah. I have talked to many of your neighbors, and they all absolutely adore you. How long have you been in this neighborhood, in your home?
40-some years. These were all new when we moved here.
Wow. Now, I know I told you that there was going to be a lot of people here and a lot of activity. Is this kind of what you expected, or?
Oh, it's way more.
I am Elaine Sharples, and I'm the chair of the local humanitarian outreach ministry. And my job has sort of been to do all the things in the background, administratively and email-wise. And Daniel was sort of the guy that handled the on-site pieces. So we were a good team. And as he said yesterday, we were on the phone or texting about every half hour the last few days. So it's been just a blessing that he brought this to us. And I'm so blessed to be part of Unity in Lynnwood. I can't say enough about the people. They make it such a special place to be.
My name's Kitty Okamoto, and I'm in charge of the backyard landscaping project here. And things have been going great. We had a busy morning. Yeah, I just think the gratitude that Cheryl's had to have somebody help her with her home, which has been sort of overwhelming for her, is great to see.
My name's Michelle Fry. I'm the volunteer manager at Homage Senior Services. We identified Cheryl's house as an opportunity for volunteers to improve, and out of 5 candidates we selected this one because we felt it had a lot of impact, both for appeal and for a large group of volunteers to be able to help.
I'm John Brooks, and I am leading up the carpentry effort here at Cheryl's house. I'm also on the Board of Trustees for Unity in Lynnwood. Right now I'm in the process of putting together some planter boxes so she can have double dug beds. She's a real plant aficionado. She loves plants, and she can have her special little planting garden.
I feel very blessed. It's been so difficult to try to keep up with it by myself.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm so thankful for the help and feel like what a tremendous blessing.
So I think it's a beautiful thing when a community comes together and can truly reach out and make a change and impact in the person's life, and I think that's what we're doing today with Cheryl Martin. The beautiful part about it as well is seeing our total Unity congregation coming together and doing good in the community and bringing practical spirituality to life. Everybody's having fun, everybody's smiling and laughing, and that's what it's all about. So what's been your funnest part of the project?
My funnest part of the project has been watching people just do things I'm not sure they're used to doing. Pickaxing, chainsaws, things like that. So
I think the funnest part of the project is watching Tim get a big smile on his face when he has the chainsaw in his hand. That's the cool part, yeah.
Boys with tools.
Boys with tools, that's right.
Well, it already looks so much better.
And I know you said you could see your house now.
Yeah.
Which is getting painted, and
it's so wonderful. Thank you so much.
It's been a delight to work with you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Just a sweetheart.
All of your people have been so nice to me.
Yeah, the people at Unity are pretty special. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So if you contributed to that noble work, would you wave your hand or stand and let us give you one last thank you, please? And while you're at it, if you've been following the outdoor event gazebo project, please give Don Duran and Cheryl Jones a pat on the back. You'll notice that the entire back lot has been beautifully leveled and is prepared for a glorious, beautiful seating area to come next. Don't rush over there now. But by all means, Cheryl and Don, thank you. Thank you. I don't even know if they're in the building. I love that video. You know, there seems to be a paradigm operative within the human creature, and it goes something like this. If we navigate the lowlands of human opinion and agreement long enough, we might eventually find ourselves on the exalted plane of human friendship and decency. But I think we have it backward. I think when we start with each other and engage each other on the exalted planes of human friendship and decency, we find that we've created a container that is ample to any human disagreement. Human friendship and decency. You are part of a better world. And I thank you for that. So you are one with divine mind, as is all of humanity. Now, Chopra said the same thing a different way. He said, underlying the infinite diversity of life is the unity of one all-pervasive spirit. There is no separation between you and this field of energy. You are one with divine mind, you see. Ralph Waldo Trine said it this way: anyone who has come into a knowledge of his or her true identity, of his or her oneness with the all-pervading wisdom and power, this makes it possible for laws higher than the ordinary mind knows of to be revealed to him or her. Emerson, that there is a soul at the center of nature and over the will of every human. Tolle, that Jesus realized his oneness with God, and what he attempted to do was show all of us how to realize our own oneness with God also. Unity would say the same thing a different way, that God is a source and creator of all, and that we are spiritual beings created in God's image. You are one with divine mind. Others might say that you are one with the universal mind, the allness, first cause, the infinite all-knowing, the mind of God or God itself. It really matters not what we call it. You are one with divine mind. There is one life, for lack of a better term, there is one life omniscient and omnipresent, which sources all life in the universe. The fullness of this one life saturates its creation. Yet this one life remains greater in the same way that the fullness of the ocean saturates the droplet, yet the ocean remains greater. In the same way that the fullness of the sun saturates the ray, and yet the sun remains greater. There is one life, eternal and unlimited, which by its very definition exists without opposition. You see, there is no self-existent force for evil. There is no universal antagonist. There is no dark force battling it against this one life, for whether your eternal soul will take up permanent residence in the north or in the south. Thanks to the three of you who got that. Very grateful. So as inconvenient as it is to admit, the devil didn't really make you do anything. As I've said before, the devil didn't make you take that $100 bill from Old Man Lanning's music store in Osawatomie, Kansas, and the devil didn't make you break into that abandoned funeral home by breaking out the windows with snowballs either. This one life is eternally creative, forward-oriented, and causal to the limitless ideas and grand possibilities which swirl and circle about you in every moment, forever presenting themselves to you for your consideration. This one life is causal to the limitless ideas and grand possibilities which have swirled and circled about all of humanity since the beginning of all time. In other words, the same genius thinker which has sourced the greatest revealers throughout history is the thinker which sources you today. Or as Emerson reminds, any overestimate of the possibilities of Paul and Pericles, an underestimate of our own, comes from a neglect of the fact of an identical nature. This one life is eternally creative, forward-oriented, and causal to the limitless ideas and grand possibilities which swirl and circle about you in every moment, forever presenting themselves to you for your consideration. These limitless ideas and grand possibilities press the boundaries of your small estimations of self. They squeeze the air from your puffed up humilities. They challenge the illusions of your imagined securities. These limitless ideas and grand possibilities are really far too bold. They are really far too large, fundamentally unbelievable, and essentially unachievable, and they have to be, for they present themselves that you might grow in consciousness. They present themselves that you might unfold your spiritual potential. These limitless ideas and grand possibilities exist outside the narrow boundaries of society's status quo. So while we might be tempted to turn to society for some modicum of affirmation, for some nod of approval of the limitless idea or grand possibility which we've chosen to entertain, may we come to understand that true faith is to turn from the wisdom of society and toward the wisdom which resides within our own hearts and our own minds. For it is only the wisdom that resides within our own hearts and within our own minds which is adequate for the fulfillment of the idea or possibility. May we come to understand that true faith is to turn from the wisdom of society, rooted in predictability and circular idleness, which would tease and taunt that business idea which presses your mind to launch, that song which inspires your tongue to sing, that poem which enlivens your fingers to write, that desire which presses your very heart to express. May we come to understand that true faith is to turn from that very wisdom, rooted in mimicry and false security, which would disparage and demean your existence itself in countless unceasing ways. Rather, may we come to understand that true faith is to turn toward the wisdom which would lift us from such monotonous mundanity, toward the wisdom which would place us squarely on the path of independence and courage, the path common to all individuals of unprecedented brilliance and to all proponents of meaningful change. Or as the adage goes, it's only as we step outside the crowd that we position ourselves to go beyond the crowd. And while an individual's unique brand of revelation may stand him or her against family or church, school, history, even precedent, the fleeting punishments will always pale against the enduring rewards. May we come to understand that true faith stands fast in truths which society's wisdom cannot perceive. True faith stands fast in the company of those who would tease and taunt, in the company of those who would disparage and demean, with Emerson's encouragement echoing through their spiritual ears. And I quote, "The fact that I am here certainly shows me that the soul had need of an organ here. Shall I not assume the post? Or shall I skulk and dodge with my unseasonable apologies and vain modesty and imagine my being here impertinent?" In the end, you see, soul-fulfilled people are so because they have abandoned something of the struggle and despair, something of the wringing of hands and the gnashing of teeth, which is of no assistance whatsoever to the higher laws which are ever ushering life forward in their calm and experienced assuredness. Wouldn't you love to hear that again? Woo! Soul-fulfilled people are not so because there is something more in them. Soul-fulfilled people are so because there is something less in them. Soul-fulfilled people are so because this divine mind found an unobstructed channel. Emerson reminds us that nature works by falling, that the ripe fruit falls, that the planets fall, that even human walking and the miracle of birth are acts of falling. And as nature works by following, it is only as we align with nature's ease that we can discover real strength. It's only as we align with nature's simplicity that we can discover real power. So to conclude, in the words of Emerson, let us take our bloated nothingness out of the path of the divine circuits. Let us unlearn this wisdom of the world, and let us place ourselves in the middle of the stream of power and wisdom. May every woman give to her world the full, unapologetic, unedited, unabashed, unabridged, uncut version of herself. May every man let out the full length of the reins. May all people allow the light to shine through a transparency of character that all who might look upon us will see nothing short of the truth. If you drove yourself here today, if you ordered coffee today, if you checked email today, it's because someone made welcome an idea or a possibility far too bold and far too large, and it's because that someone turned from the wisdom of society and toward the wisdom within his or her own heart and mind for its fulfillment. If you are a woman, if you are of a certain age, if you are LGBTQ identified, if you are a person of color, a WASP, a Buddhist, a Hindu, a Jew, a pagan, agnostic, atheist, a Democrat, or a Republican, if you are a Mets fan or a Royals fan, quite simply, if you are here sitting in this beautiful building in that cushy chair of yours, it's because someone made welcome an idea or a possibility fundamentally unbelievable and essentially unachievable, and it's because that someone turned from the wisdom of society and toward the wisdom within his or her own heart for its fulfillment. You are one with divine mind, as is the soul who sits to your right this morning. You are one with divine mind, as is the soul who sits to your left this morning. So instead of acquiescing to the wisdom of the world, let's embrace a higher wisdom. Instead of waiting for the infinite to contract, let's arise from any finite sense of self. Instead of basking in personal smallness, let's commit to something of God's grandness in us and through us and as us. Or, as the morning affirmation so boldly states, I am one with divine mind. As such, I allow the grand thoughts of an unlimited thinker to inspire me with their grandeur, to enliven me with their possibility, and to support me with their resources, that we might do what we say we do. Let's close those outer eyes that would speak to us of separation and limitation, of partiality. And let's turn to that spiritual vision that resides within our hearts, that spiritual vision which resides within our own minds. And resisting any temptation to judge, resisting any temptation to weigh, to compare, to contrast. Let's just say yes. Let's just say, here I am, ready, bold, willing. And for 3 or 4 minutes, let's allow the thinker that holds planets in precise distance one from the other, let's allow that thinker to have a time with us.
Shining and guiding to this moment here. darkness and dense clouds are looming, we're led by the light from within, that's shining and guiding to this moment here. The darkness fades as we begin to see the light within.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Clayton. That was even more powerful second service. I don't know why. It was amazing. Thank you for sharing your gift with us. Thank you, Dr. Richard, for that fabulous, fabulous message. So much to take in. Thank you. All right. Now it's the time in our service where we come together as a spiritual community and we recognize the power behind our giving. That we know that all of our prosperity comes from the highest source and that we are grateful that we have the privilege of sharing a part of that with this spiritual community. So while you prepare your gifts and your tithes, I'd like you to join me in saying our offering affirmation. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving. And so it is.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Thank you, God, that your living spirit of truth, expressing through all of us, blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And so it is. Thank you so much, ushers, for your service today. And we also want to acknowledge and give our great gratitude to our online community that is with us today for your donations made through our website and our live stream. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so some announcements, but first we like to talk about being new. If you are newish here and have not done so yet, there is some information in the seat in front of you. There is a stay in touch card. You can fill that out, give it to someone with a professional looking name tag after service. This will keep you on our email list. You get about 2 emails a month. We do not give this information away to other parties, but that lets you know what's going on here at Unity in Lynnwood. So please take advantage of that if you want. There's also a newcomer's information card that you can take home with you, gives you some information. Also, as you exit the sanctuary, to the left, there's an information rack. There's a little packet of information with a DVD in it that you can take home that tells you more about us here. So, but we do like to say, if you are here for the first time, we like to be able to say howdy. So if you don't mind raising your hand, if this is your first time with us today, please do. Yay, thank you. Thank you. Lots of people today. See, thank you for raising your hand. You get braver when others raise your hand, right? Please join us in the friendship room afterwards for refreshments, conversation, and lots of information. So we're happy to have you with us. Also, if you want to stop in our gift shop, you can get a complimentary copy of the Daily Word if you are new. So I know that's like gold to me. It is such a great resource for information and for daily affirmation. So thanks for being with us. And as always, for details and registration about things that are happening here, because there's lots, please visit the welcome and information station in the back. Today's gorgeous flowers are dedicated by Kate Ali in the memory of her brother, Suleimana Ali, for all of his gifts to her. So those are beautiful. And if you'd like to make a flower donation, please do so in our gift shop for a suggested love offering of only $10. Interfaith at Unity presents Death Cafe this Saturday at 10 o'clock. At a Death Cafe event, we gather to eat yummy food and talk about death with the intention of helping us make the most of our lives now. As the saying goes, talking about death won't kill you. Reverend Karuna and Father Dan Duvall facilitate, and spiritual Saturdays with Rabbi Ted Falcon on Saturday the 14th at 11. Early registration for the High Holy Days is open as well with musicians Stephen Merritt, Marcy Howard, Sherry Rosner, and Steve Mason. Please grab a postcard or register at the Welcome and Information Station or by visiting rabbitedfalcon.com. And Gloria, I'm really sorry because it was on the announcements today and I just skipped right over it. Where'd you go? Yeah. I love you too. And for this announcement, join us for Creative Cafe at 1 p.m. every Saturday in September. I just skipped over that first service. I don't know why. Connect, share, learn, and activate your creative potential. Whether wood, glass, pen, paper, canvas, yarn, rocks, or beyond, bring your supplies and creative mind. Gloria Pulliam facilitates, and she is new every day. And I love that about her. And you can also register online for Sacred Brothers Working Miracles, a men's retreat from September 13th to 15th at Camp Huston. Over many years, Brother Bob Trask has guided thousands of men into a mindfulness that is surprisingly beautiful and life-changing. Through both modern and ancient rituals and processes, we will renew our bonding as a brotherhood and together become gentle warriors of light. All are welcome, and as we say here at Unity in Lynnwood, we want to be clear, gender identity over physical anatomy is how we roll. So, we also have another fun announcement. Kind of fun, kind of weird. If you wouldn't mind kind of welcoming Reverend Nina Clark to the platform.
Ahoy, mateys. Alas, me captain's hat. She's not here. Because me pardon? No. My captain got herself marooned on a desert island. Well, really on a peninsula. Well, not so much as marooned because actually she has the boat. So maybe I think I'm the one that's marooned. But with me captain gone, I can't tell you are horrible jokes. Or can I? You guys actually like these. This is great. Where can I find me a straight man? Arr, woman! Come here, wench. Tell some bad jokes with me, or I'll make you welcome.
I did not give you permission for that part.
Oh, you ready?
Hi, honey.
Hi. What did the pirate say when his wooden leg got stuck in the freezer?
I don't know, First Mate Nina. What did the pirate say?
Shiver me timbers. What do you call a pirate who skips class?
I don't know, First Mate Nina. What?
Captain Hooky.
Why did the pirate go on vacation?
He needed some R and R. Okay, that's enough torture. Don't you? I kind of am starting to look forward to this. It's terrible. Oh my gosh. Well, UIL's 2019 benefit auction and gala is just around the corner on October 26th and is made possible by our generous sponsors, Howard and Judy Chermak and Mill Creek Family Services. And I'd like to share their mission statement with you. Mill Creek Family Services is a place of healing, hope, and possibilities for adults, youth, couples, and families. Our counseling and therapeutic services honor the value, strength, and resources of all we serve. Isn't that a powerful mission statement? I love that. And MCFS is also now promoting new acupuncture services provided by our own Matthew Flesch, licensed acupuncturist. Registration for the upcoming auction fundraiser is starting now. And I'll be at the back of the sanctuary for those of you who would like to register here on site. Registration is also available online. And we are also opening up a call for volunteers. There are many ways to support our annual fundraiser. One way is certainly to attend in full pirate regalia, or whatever related attire makes you happy. And another way is to support by volunteering. There are lots of different jobs available, and if you ask past volunteers, you'll learn that we always have an arguably good time. I will also have that list at the table in the back after service. We're also still taking donations and looking for sponsors if that appeals to you. This year promises to be a lot of fun. So grab your pirate hats, hooks, and eye patches, or your favorite high seas wench attire, and join us on the high seas on October 26th to indulge in some treasure, to rub shoulders with some real visiting pirates, and enjoy excellent food catered by the catering company, and of course, the amazing music of Jerome Johnson. See you there. Thank you.
I'm curious if Mill Creek Family Services offers help to people who think they're pirates, but my pirate needs a British accent. I have no idea why that came out of my mouth. All right, all good things that are happening here at Unity in Lynnwood can be found in your printed program that looks like this by visiting our Facebook page, on our app, or the calendar page of our website at unityinlynnwood.org.
Thanks for being here this morning. Thank you, Reverend Nina Clark, for co-chairing the annual auction. Thank you for taking that on. It's not lost on me that this is the day that your associate minister looked to the audience and requested the assistance of a straight man. Glad you didn't call for a show of hands. What a privilege, what an honor to work with you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, you really are quite unlimited. That's the talk. I could have saved you 20 minutes. The nature of you is quite infinite. This is not a new idea. This is not an airy-fairy new age idea. This is a time-honored idea that you are so much more than the body which you carry around. You're so much more than appearances, statistics, apparitions, and opinions. You are so much more than that. You good with that? If there's a first name of any soul you would like to invite into this closing time of remembering, please speak that name now. Invite them into this prayer, won't you? We've been closing with a sung blessing of late. You are warmly welcome to stand if you like. You're also warmly welcome to remain seated. And so on behalf of all those who have been invited into this circle, on behalf of all who have turned something of a spiritual ear to this time of remembering, to this time of recognizing that level of reality, that grand possibility, that infinite nature which we call God, on behalf of all of these, we simply stand in yesness. We stand in yesness to that life. We stand in yesness to that wisdom. We stand in yesness to that harmony that so longs, so presses itself forward for expression through human hands and human hearts. We say yes, we say yes, we say yes.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure
sing to each other. I see it. It's all right. Share that blessing with each other. Absolutely fine.
Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
And if this is a consciousness with which you can align, if this is an agreement which you choose to perpetuate, let's close this beautiful communion of remembering simply by saying together, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Blessings, unity in Lynnwood. Blessings.